Greetings once again, future demon lords. Duuz-Diz-Din back again with Dead Rock, where previously, after Yakuto managed to absorb the power of the white dragon, kinda makes it sound like he's turned into a Power Ranger. With the black and white combined, he's able to start dealing some devastating blows against Vice Principal Bren. But it ends up taking the whole team in order to really start putting the hurt on Bren. And with one final team attack, Yakuto's able to take off Bren's head, at least the top of it. And so Bren is felled. And while Yakuto tries to ask the sorcerer Magoo in order to unseal the book about God's weakness, Magoo is more concerned about Yakuto's body. Absorbing that kind of power can only do damage, and this is seen by the odd bruising and awful state of his left arm. Magoo hypothesizes that Yakuto now only has a year left to live, something that Yakuto takes in stride, believing that as long as he kills God, it's worth it. Meanwhile, God has sensed the death of Vice Principal Bren and has decided that a culling of sorts is in order. What does this mean, and what fate awaits our heroes? And I use the term heroes very loosely. Join me as I find out, won't you? Alright, Dead Rock, Chapter 14. Dead or alive, and I'm wanted, dead or alive. I'm sorry you had to hear that. And a Mashima staple, Frey in a bikini. I'm surprised it took this long to get this. We pick up at Dead Rock, where there seems to be a massive meeting where all the students have congregated at the base of the entrance to the main school building. God floats above them and addresses them, saying, "Students, those who have survived another month, congratulations!" Everyone claps along with God, although Yakuto simply eyes him and glares at him. He remembers Magoo's words from the other day, where she said, "This will take time." While I'm assuming Choco says, "Oh, really? Can't you do it in a snap, Magi-sama?" Magoo tells them, "It's sealed with the power of God himself. Ordinarily, I wouldn't even be allowed to touch an item like this." Yakuto tells her, God's weakness should be written in that book. Magoo gets a little nervous, telling him, "I'm not looking to make an enemy of God, sonny." Yakuto tells her, "We just need you to remove the seal on the book." Choco then says, "God massacred his people, including his family. I've been through something like that too." Really? First time she's bringing that up. I wonder if that's the truth. I like these characters, but I don't really trust a lot of what they say, especially Zealosia. Magoo takes a moment and then says, "Well, you did take down the numbskull who trashed my house. I'll do what I can." We then cut back to the present, where God tells the student body, "Those who graduate from this school will become demon rulers in the human world. You'll get everything. Devote yourselves to your studies and become great rulers." Yakuto continues to listen on, a glare in his eyes. Suddenly, God realizes something, saying, "That reminds me, the vice principal passed away recently." The student body begins to murmur amongst themselves nervously. One of his eyes doesn't look black. Is that an art mistake? God tells them students from our school killed him. Yakuto glares even more intensely, but also nervously. The students also start to get nervous, continuing to murmur amongst themselves. Makoto and Frey exchange glances. Ryzen and Hani stand at the ready. Choco trembles. Yakuto steels himself, and God smiles. He then says, "Fantastic work. Just what I want to see from Dead Rock students." Yeah, I should have known. Students, run, dance, fight, kill, bathe yourselves in blood. Tomorrow we'll hold our school field day, dead or alive. That's the name of the field day. Oh boy. The students are shocked. Taru is also taken off guard, questioning, "What?" While Botagar just smiles, saying, "Sweet." Lila says this'll take out a whole bunch of students, while Lozen excitedly exclaims, I've been waiting for this, Mr. Principal. Battle, 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 battle! But Lozen's presence enrages Frey, while Choco questions, dead or alive? Ryzen says, it's about whether we survive or not. Hani questions, what a horrible name. Are you stupid? Makoto simply says, agreed. She then turns to Yakuto questioning, I wonder if a certain someone lit a fire under the principal. While Yakuto smiles, thinking, once I know his weakness, even God will be beatable, while God simply glares down at the students, almost as if he and Yakuto were locking eyes. Makes you wonder. We then cut to the student dorm, Bone Rampage. Still such a badass name. As Yakuto and the others discuss things, sitting in the lounge, Frey questions, what do we do at field day anyway? Ryzen says usually we'd be running, jumping, exercise stuff. Choco questions, it's called dead or alive, though. Ryzen simply says, well, guess we'll be killing each other. Yakuto just smiles, saying, that's technically a form of exercise, too. Oh, Hani chimes in, saying, are you stupid? But Yakuto just brushes that off. Still with a smile, he says, I'll survive no matter what happens, so I can defeat God. While Ryzen chimes in, saying, I want to be a demon king. Then Frey stops and asks him, why? Ryzen turns to his blade, saying to get rid of the curse on this sword. There's a curse on the sword? What kind of curse? Hani questions, you called it princess. That related to the curse? And Ryzen just simply tells Hani, shut up. Is the girl he was trying to protect the blade? Is that what happened? Is she sealed in it? I'm questioning that. Frey then asks, hey, why do you come to Dead Rock, Makoto? Oh, Makoto takes a moment and then simply says, to die. Still with a smile on her face. Everyone's taken off guard by this answer. While Yakuto says, that's disturbing. But Ryzen angrily tells him, if you die, that'll probably off me too, you know? Makoto says, oh, I was only joking. Frey smiles, saying, I figured. Choco gets angry, saying, what joke? That joke was so messed up. Are you stupid? And Hani is in silence, just looking over at Choco like, dude, that's my line. Although Yakuto, he still has a serious look on his face as he eyes Makoto, who has a very melancholic look and a downward gaze. Why would she want to die? What does she mean she wants to die? Is there more to that thought? And I'll be honest, I still keep expecting Hien to just show right back on up. And then we still haven't re-encountered the Hecaton Kairos dude. The next day, an announcer calls out to the student body, the Dead Rock Field Day, dead or alive, will now commence. The students cheer, and the announcer says, the class that wins will receive a very special privilege. An audience with God himself. The students cheer yet again, while Yakuto, in shock, thinks, a chance to get close to God? They see God overlooking the proceedings with a smile, as Yakuto smiles as well, thinking, within punching distance. What a thought. Within punching distance. Meanwhile, as Yakuto's distracted, glaring at God, some of the other students talk amongst themselves, saying, hey, that guy, I heard he took down Cougar. Cougar. I kinda miss him. Oh, student says, he stole my prey. Oh, Class 1A, Root Werewolf. AG, Class 1A, Root Gargoyle. Death. Some pretty cool designs, all things considered. Yakuto then locks eyes with Eiji, and they stare each other down. Only for Yakuto to turn, saying, Choco, someone's glaring at you. And Choco says, not me, are you stupid? Hani just says, do you like that catchphrase? And Choco, be careful. Keep doing that, Hani's gonna bop you one. Ryzen then says, seeing everyone together like this. Frey says, yeah. Makoto adds, a lot of them look strong. Hani says, I've been checking them out. Oh, more people. The guys who glared over here are Eiji and Des from Class A. That's Setsuna from Class B. You see a girl with an eye pattern on her hair. A man with crazy look in his eyes and bumps on his face. Hani says Lloyd from Class C. A weirdo with a very long neck. Virgo, a second year. And someone I can only refer to as a pretty boy. Eri is a third year, known as the head of the delinquent. The delinquents? Would have figured that would have been Cougar. Yukuto says, wherever we go up against, we won't lose. Class F will win this. The announcer then says, well, the rules are simple. Just kill each other until time's up. Wait, what? Really? For each person you knock out or kill, your class will receive 1 point. Taking down the teacher will net you 10 points. The students are in shock, saying, the teachers are joining in too? Are you serious? The god says, don't worry. I won't be participating. Let's open the battlefield, the announcer says, as the ground, much like during the entrance exam, just gives in, plunging all the students into a hole. A classic. The students say, another anthill? No, it's deeper this time. Wait, this wind is weird. It's blowing classmates apart. We see several students magically flung in different directions as they fall. Okay, I thought it might be them. As the students fall, we see a cloaked figure observe and then turn away. It's Babel, the Hecaton Kairos, who writes on the wall and seems to be making calculation, charting some kind of trajectory? Are they trying to find someone? Whoa, what the hell? What is this place? Yukuto suddenly finds himself in a lush field-like area with a small waterfall and a statue that seems to have been cleaved in half, but it seems to be some time ago as a lot of plants have overgrown over the statue. Yukuto looks up in shock. He questions, where am I? I can't be below Dead Rock. There was a level gate under the antlion pit? Oh, like what we saw in the forest. Okay, that's why Babel was trying to chart the trajectory, trying to figure out where maybe someone specifically would end up going through the gate. Yukuto says, that's how I ended up in this weird place. Anyway, I need to hurry up and link up with everyone. We're at too much of a disadvantage with our small class size. But Yukuto suddenly realizes something or senses something. Oh, he manages to dodge out of the way as a student comes charging in trying to smash at him, or smash him, saying, found you, firsty. Yukuto flips backward and summons his black dragon arm, ready to use Dragon Frame. He manages to nail the student in the face, sending him backwards into the statue. Yukuto then says, with the power of the white and black dragon, I can fight like before. Suddenly, Yukuto hears a beep. He then looks down and sees some kind of wristwatch-like thing magically on his wrist. He then says, when did this get on my wrist? The number went up. It's at 1. And then it goes to 2 as Yukuto says, and again. We then cut to Makoto having just freshly beaten someone down. Makoto looks at her own wristwatch-like thing, saying, I see, we're gaining points. Suddenly, a figure calls out from the nearby water saying, pretty cool power you got there. And as the figure emerges from the water, we see one of the 4 demon teachers, Root Kraken, Boltogar. As Boltogar breaches the water, he says, now, come on into my sea, the sea of sadness. Makoto is shocked to see him as Boltogar gives a wink saying, rotten luck for you running into a teacher. But then Makoto smiles saying, what a stroke of good fortune. The reason I came to Dead Rock, and then starts stepping forward. Not letting her smile slip, but a look of extreme anger flashes across her face as she says, was to watch you die, Boltogar. I guess Mashima decided this was as good a time as any to start killing off some teachers. Maybe. I mean, let's just say Vice Principal Bren, well, he was the Vice Principal, so maybe he was just up there, but these 4 demon teachers ain't no joke. Can Makoto deal with this one guy alone? And you think we would have dealt with more students rather than running to a teacher already. And the fact that Hien seems to be dead. I'm not really ready to lose Makoto too. And Hien's end has really highlighted and made me immediately start getting a little worried about who might be next. Can Makoto handle this by herself? And why is she after Boltogar? There's still a lot of mystery behind the objectives of a lot of our students. What does Ryzen mean by a curse on his sword? Is there a life he'll be able to save? Or is it simply an act made to be in vain? It's easy to tell what Freya is after, but the fact that Zealosia seems to have some kind of similar origin to Yakuto, but she's not as one-minded as Yakuto. Is it just that she's playing things a little bit safer? Or is she lying about that as well? Now we also have other students kind of gunning for our heroes. Will they actually matter in the long run, or will they also be fodder? Things are interesting right now, but you can never tell what'll happen in a free-for-all. So, will Makoto be the only one to encounter the one she's been after? Or will some of the other students end up having similar encounters? Maybe Freya will come across Lozen. Maybe Zelasiya will take on Lilith. Not to mention, we don't know how many other teachers there are out there. What about Saru? He seemed to be taken off guard by this whole little event going on. It's still hard to tell exactly what Saru is up to. Is he friend or foe? Time will tell. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Also remember to like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the ride. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I've been Duuz-Diz-Din, and I hope to see you later. Till next time, take care. Bye-bye.